Hey everyone, it's John Pinson coming to you from Oakwood headquarters here in Vancouver. It's Wednesday, April 12th, and the Bank of Canada, once again, for the second time in 2 months, paused the interest rate hike, keeping it at 4.5%. So if you are on a variable rate mortgage, this is good news. No more increases. And with inflation expected to drop down to 3% by this summer, which is quite quickly, going to help a lot of people out, not having more hikes. And the fixed rates are also coming down as well. They're posted around 5.5%. A majority of banks still, however, there is price matching going on with rates even below 5%, down to 4.5% for some 3-year, 5-year fixed mortgages. So there's a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence that's returned to the Vancouver real estate market in the past couple months, and specifically townhomes and condos now. I'm seeing just in the last week stats up in Squamish, Whistler, 20% returns over the past 3 months. But we're also seeing huge demand for more townhomes in Langley and Surrey, which we weren't seeing even up until February. So in the past 4 or 5 weeks, we're seeing that wealth effect transfer down from the detached houses into the townhome market and condo segments across the Lower Mainland, from Vancouver out to Maple Ridge, Langley, Surrey, and even Abbotsford. So there was that pause where everyone thought the market was crashing. A lot of people thought the real estate prices wouldn't rebound this year in 2023. The Real Estate Board of Vancouver was predicting modest increases of 1% to 2%. Well, that's thrown out the window. We've seen price increases 5-10% for some communities. Mind you, detached houses are still, maybe depending on the community, you still might be below assessment value. But even for luxury segment homes, I just saw a home in Dunbar that just sold on April 3rd, assessment value $3.85 million. It sold close to $4 million. So we're seeing increases on even luxury homes over 2023 assessment values, which is incredible. And this is happening out in Surrey as well. Working with some clients in Surrey, anywhere in Surrey, for a home around $1.6 million with 1 or 2 suites on a 4, 5, 6,000 square foot lot. It doesn't have to be new. It can be 1990, 2000, not brand new at all. But there's just limited inventory, about 30 homes to choose from, and about 90% have already sold. So we're looking every day for this type of home. So if you are a homeowner in Surrey, please reach out to me. I'd be happy to show my clients this type of product. And just not enough people want to sell. Everyone's holding on, and they're holding on to many properties as they possibly can because they see the rents going up. So why would you sell? And so with increased immigration from around the world, 1 million immigrants last year, it's just there's no relief in sight. And with interest rates at 5%, with increased activity all over the Lower Mainland, I don't think they're going to need to cut interest rates this year because there's enough activity. So if you are hoping to wait for interest rates to drop, I don't know if they ever will. Maybe they'll get down to 4%, but that's nothing like what we had a couple of years ago when we were at 1.52% with mortgages over 50% less than they are today. But with supply and demand, they might not ever reduce rates below 4% again for our lifetime. So that's something you have to keep in mind. I'm seeing mass FOMO out in Surrey, even West Side luxury homes selling over assessment values, condos in Squamish going bonkers. So you might just be waking up after the winter hibernation and wondering what the heck is going on, because you thought the market was crashing, prices weren't going to rebound like this so quickly, and I'm baffled as well how fast the market has rebounded. And it's very difficult for buyers right now because we're seeing offer deadlines for detached homes every Monday and Tuesday night. And once again, we have to go subject free for a lot of them, but not all deadlines. There are some properties that aren't getting any offers. And so if you do make an offer, the homeowner probably won't accept you right away, but give it some time. Give it 4 or 5 days. Don't run away, because they'll probably come back and chase you down. And it's actually happened to a couple of my clients recently where we were the only offer on the table. And what do you know? We're able to negotiate off the asking price, and even if there's an offer deadline. So keep that in mind. Don't be dismayed by seeing an offer deadline. Still try. There's a chance you might get accepted. A lot of people are worried about competing against each other, and so there might actually be only 1 or 2 offers on the deadline when it comes to the offer deadline. So there's a lot of interesting tactics you can use if you are a buyer right now, and there's patience involved as well. You can't just expect to happen overnight, and don't expect that you will be able to get a massive deal on a house if it is priced accordingly. So if you see a house, for example, in Surrey, assessment value 1.6 million, don't expect to get it for 1.5 million anymore, because we're seeing prices level off around assessment values, even increase above in some cases, especially if it has a rental suite in the house. So a lot of people think the prices are going to keep coming down with these interest rates. Well, there's just too many people moving to Vancouver, and there's not enough supply. There's not enough zoning right now to increase the density quick enough, not just in Vancouver, in Surrey and Langley and Maple Ridge. There's a lot of farmland in between us, all these islands, I call them, highways in between, and it's just increasing demand on all products. The sales to active ratio is just going through the charts right now with the seller's market. We're over 30% for townhomes and condos, and detached houses are close behind, are roughly around 25%. And just a matter of 3 or 4 months ago, we were around 11-12% balanced market for detached homes. So just goes to show you, once we get above 20% threshold, prices start to increase. And all the losses that we've seen for detached homes is quickly erasing. And it's also coming out to Kelowna and Victoria, not as much, but you will expect in the next few months a lot of people leaving Vancouver, cashing out like they did the last couple of years, and expect your community out in Kelowna, Penticton, Sunshine Coast, which is on a tear, Parksville, Qualicum Beach. All these communities are going to see effects of the people selling their even their $4 million luxury house in Vancouver. They're going to want to move out, take some money, and go buy a bigger property for possibly half the amount. But even outside of Vancouver, it's getting ridiculously expensive. So if you do want to buy a house under $1 million, the good news is there's still a few places in the Vancouver Lower Mainland to choose from. Reach out to me. I know some good areas in Maple Ridge, also Chilliwack out in Sardis area, Garrison Village area. Chilliwack River Valley is a beautiful area. I was showing some clients out there the other day. It's kind of like Squamish out there, set against the mountains, beautiful vistas of the peaks above you. So there's a lot of good areas under $1 million still for detached homes, but they're getting fewer and far between. And with the demand, the competition, you really have to do your due diligence and stay on top of it. Make sure your realtor is looking at listings every day, because more often than not, by the time the weekend rolls around, the house has already had an accepted offer and it's too late, unless if there is a deadline. So just this video today is just an update on what the Bank of Canada announced today, and just an overall picture of what I'm seeing on the ground. A lot of people are saying, what are you talking about, John? The prices are going to keep going down. There's no one buying. No one can get approved. Well, I'm telling you as it is. I'm seeing all these homes with accepted offers out in all of Surrey, Willoughby Heights, Walnut Grove, West Side, Dunbar, Vancouver, North Vancouver, Squamish. I work all over the place. I have buyers working with me all over, and it's fun. I love helping people out, but I'm also helping people sell out in Langley and North Vancouver, and there's just not enough supply. So we're seeing demand from buyers come in, and people are having this FOMO happen because they thought there would be enough listings come to market, including myself, by April, but just not enough has come out. And this is what happens even with interest rates at 5% for the fixed, even higher if you go with a variable rate, which no one is doing right now. But where is the money coming from? How do people afford these homes? Well, it's not just local incomes anymore for many years, but you think after this foreign buyer ban that no one could come in and still buy homes, but there's a lot of people with high incomes working from Vancouver, but they're working on salaries from the United States, working for a lot of these high tech sector companies, and they're making a lot of money, and they can afford to buy these $1.52 million homes. I personally worked with several clients with high salaries based out of the States, but they're wanting to live here because it's the safety aspect, which is huge. And we're going to see more people coming here from San Francisco, specifically in San Jose. There's a huge safety concern in San Francisco right now. So there's a lot of the tech sector employees are starting to transition up here to Vancouver. And I'm already seeing it. I'm working with buyers right now. And if you are looking to relocate, I'm happy to help you out. If you are figuring out how to move from San Francisco Seattle, Portland. I was just driving earlier today. I'm seeing license plates all over from Oregon, California, and it might be their spring break. Mind you, they might just be looking here to buy a house because it's getting so dangerous down in California, even Oregon, all over the United States, unfortunately, due to the gun laws. But I personally feel that a lot of people find Vancouver a safe haven, including Toronto. And once people start moving here, they already are. They're going to pay top dollar what they can afford with their salaries, not based on the salaries of what local Vancouverites are making, unfortunately. So it's hard to compete with out of town buyers. A lot of them are permanent residents and they're dual citizens back and forth to the States. A lot of very wealthy dual citizens from India, Mumbai, New Delhi, billions of people there, and the top 1-2% are coming to Vancouver, and they have a lot of money, and they want to live here and have a good future, a good education for their kids. And what better place to be in Vancouver, Canada, with a nice moderate climate, snow on the mountains, up on the cut right now. I can see from the office here on Oak Street in Vancouver. I was just down at Kits Beach with my dog. The sun was out. It's beautiful. I love living here in Vancouver. I can go up to Whistler within an hour and a half and go skiing for the day. Head over to Vancouver Island, do some surfing in Tofino. So there's so many positives of living here in Vancouver and Surrey and Chilliwack. My mind was boggled the other day when I was out in Chilliwack, actually. I overlooked Chilliwack a lot. I do think it actually it's already becoming another Squamish out in the Chilliwack area, due to the fact that you have the proximity of the beautiful rivers and fishing and the mountain hiking, and the prices are relatively affordable actually still in the Chilliwack, Sardis area versus Squamish. So keep that in mind if you are looking for a relatively affordable townhome under $800,000. You can still find it out there. Versus if you want to go to Squamish, Whistler, you're going to be looking at over $1 million. So that's a little golden nugget I have for you today if you are reconsidering moving outside of Vancouver. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. Smash the like button down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, and have a great day.